Welcome back. Now, there has been hesitation by deposit-taking institutions, DTIs, towards JAMdex, the digital currency introduced by the Bank of Jamaica. Even with incentives on the table, the financial institutions have not really budged. So today we have Chief Executive Officer of the Jamaica Bankers Association, Barbara Hume, Mrs. Barbara Hume, who joins us now to tell us more about this new system. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning, Miss Barbs. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Pleasure.
Now, we started asking you this earlier on, off air, about what JAMdex is and digital currency. What is that all about?
Yes, JAMdex is Jamaica's central bank digital currency, which is issued by the Bank of Jamaica. So it is legitimate, just like the notes that you access at the ABM, but it is in the form of digital currency, as we were saying. So it's kept in a digital wallet, which you access through your cell phone, typically.
Okay.
Deb just said that apparently the banks are not jumping on this.
Well, that's not strictly speaking true.
Well, explain that.
Yes.
And the ones who have not jumped, why have they not jumped?
All right, so two of our member institutions, NCB and JN Bank, they both offer JAMdex. The challenge is that the customer take-up and usage of JAMdex has not been very strong. In fact, it has been quite weak.
So we are the ones not jumping on it.
Well, yes, but that is not unexpected because it's a relatively new product for this market. And, when it comes on to money and payments, people are going to be understandably a little bit reluctant until they gain the required degree of comfort. We saw the same thing many, many years ago when credit cards were first introduced in Jamaica. It took the public a while to warm up. But now credit cards and debit cards are everywhere. And so we expect that the same thing will eventually happen with JAMdex. The critical thing, though, is that they're usually in markets where central bank digital currency has been found to work and to work well. That has usually been facilitated, encouraged by certain policy initiatives on the part of whichever government it is. And that is what the JBA and its member institutions are encouraging the BOJ and the government of Jamaica to move towards.
So what should these policies look like, though?
Well, the first thing is that to encourage the use of the digital currency, you have to make it attractive to people, right? Now, the BOJ, to their credit, has offered to absorb certain costs involved in the banks making JAMdex available. But to encourage the public, because remember, you can't force it on people. Mm-hmm. So the question is, what catalyst can you use to encourage the public's usage? And that's what we mean when we talk about policy. And very simply, in the markets where it has been found to work well, it is the high volume, high frequency government payments that usually go on first. And then that acts as an incentive for other payment streams to come on board. So in our context, for example, we think immediately of welfare payments, like path payments, or payments of government salaries, or using it to pay taxes, for example. So what the banks are saying here in Jamaica is, let us do what has been proven to work well in the rest of the world. Let us have these payments, these high volume, high frequency payments being made first using JAMdex. And then when the public has gotten comfortable with that, you may reasonably expect them to start using JAMdex for more every day.
I guess whether we like it or not, Mrs. Hume, that's where we're going. I mean, some banks are saying they might not even have branches anymore, paperless, you can't write a check, you can't make no deposit.
Well, checks are definitely going away, but we can talk about that another time. Yeah. Digital is definitely the way to go. The banks have certainly been encouraging our customers in that direction for many years now. Every single retail bank in Jamaica has mobile or internet banking available. It works, it's available 24/7. And so, CBDC would be, JAMdex, I beg your pardon, would be the natural progression in that direction. But again, what the banks are saying is that until the customer acceptance and usage is robust enough, we are hard pressed to justify the millions of US dollars that are required to bring this product to market by the banks.
Yeah, is it something like a credit card or a debit card? Is it something like that?
Not quite, not quite. It is not even a bank deposit account either. It is really a stored value. It's a store of value that for the banks, you can almost think of it as being similar to the cash in the ATM.
Right.
Because the balances are not part of our deposit liabilities either.
Right. How do
and
I get...
For the customer, it has to be available, and it is available whenever and wherever you want to use it. So it's similar to taking... On the phone.
Right.
It's
So
similar to taking cash out of your pocket. Instead of taking cash out of your pocket, you take up your phone.
So how I get it on the phone?
You load it from either an ABM or a transfer from your bank account.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
so you may very well say,
right?
well, if you have a bank account already, why bother?
Yeah.
It's because when it is widely accepted and widely used as we would like it to be, you don't have to have a debit or a credit card to use it.
How I get it from the ABM to my phone?
Well, you go to the ABM and you select the option. Well, first of all, you have to download the app.
That's what I was going to say.
All right.
It's from
Back
an
it
app,
up.
right?
It's an app.
So download the app.
So you in today's market, you either download NCB's Link app or JNPay's JN Wallet, the JN Wallet app. And you go through the registration process, which is very simple, very straightforward. It's not as, it doesn't require as much as if you were to open a bank account. And then you either go to the ABM and you select the option to transfer funds into your digital wallet, or you can do it from your internet or mobile banking app.
Right.
As
so
well.
I can transfer it from an account.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the app is available inside the Apple App Store and
the Google Play Store,
right?
That's correct.
But this is my thing, Mrs. Hume. So we are a very traditional society, and I think that's probably one of the concerns that we're having, right?
Yes.
Because for the regular Jamaican person, they're still not even so, some people don't have a smartphone to begin with.
The majority, majority of Jamaicans have a smartphone?
I don't know if we have a number on that, but some people are still, they don't even have access to a smartphone. So to put particular things on there, like, on an app, for some people, it's still going to take them some time to warm up to it, right?
Yes, fair enough.
Apart from the novelty of it, though, what have you been hearing from the consumers about their reluctance to join this new system?
Well, again, a lot of people simply don't know about it. And some of those who do know about it do not yet trust it. And again, that is not unexpected for a new payment product. So again, it's just a matter of time and process. I did hear Central Bank Governor Richard Biles on the program last night, centrally speaking, mention the fact that when enough of the banks have signed on to JAMdex and it is more widely available, that the BOJ will be undertaking a big marketing campaign, a big public education campaign. And I expect that we at the JBA would join at the appropriate time. But again, the question is, how do you get out of the starting box, right? Again, that is policy. That really should come from getting the high volume, high frequency government payments on JAMdex, first of all. Yep. And in fact, when JAMdex was first raised with us by the central bank many years ago, we were told that there was an intention. I don't know if the intention has changed, but we were told that it was intended that the government payments would be offered through JAMdex. Because again, that is a formula that has been proven to work. So let us move in that direction so that the banks can then justify the expense of, integrating JAMdex with the core banking systems and everything else behind that has to happen. Yep. So that we can really get moving.
The same way we won't have a choice.
Yes.
Whether we're going to write a check or not, because you soon can't do that, whether you like it or not.
Well, that is going to be structured and rolled out.
But
so
will
will
this get to the stage that whether we like it or not, we have to deal with JAMdex?
Just speaking for myself, I would not expect that, because that is consumers still need to have a choice.
Okay.
consumers still need to have a choice, and it is not my sense that the Bank of Jamaica intends to make this the only form of currency. And for the reasons that Debbie just said. I mean, not everybody is going to have a smartphone or even going to want to use it.
Right.
Yep.
But it's definitely a good thing that the banks do support, but it has to make sense for us.
Well explained. Well explained.
And a lot of public education, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well explained.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
That's yours. Thank you so much, Mrs. Humes, Chief Executive Officer of the Jamaica Bankers Association. I'm sure you're going to be back, right?
Thank you.
By the way, before we go,
back for sure.
I'm reading something here. As of early 2025, Jamaica had 3.06 million active mobile connections, equivalent to 108% of the total population. I didn't know you could have got more than 100, but we have 108. And it says why this figure includes some non-smartphone voice SMS only devices. Smartphone penetration is extremely high, as evidenced by over 83% internet penetration and 60% of web traffic from mobile
on our way.
devices. So
and can I just mention very quickly that the apps are 0 rated.
Yeah.
So even if you don't have phone credit, you can still use your digital
download
wallet.
Thanks a lot.
for sure.
Thanks, Richard.
For sure.
Coming up, Deb looks at obesity as a growing crisis in Jamaica. Wow. Stay with us, please. Soon come.